Welcome back. Welcome back. There's something on my mind that I just have to share. And I'm wondering about it. So let's clear the air, first of all. Uh, Now, we've all heard about Diddy, right? Diddy, 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 Diddy. And we've heard a lot of the sordid details from a lot of different sources. However, this trial started May the 5th, recently. And yet all we see so far is sobbing ex-girlfriend being forced to do sex acts. And the way it's going out and him beating her up. Now, anyone could look at Sean's face, Sean Combs' face, and know that he is a mean bastard. We know that he's mean. Look at him. You get that feeling of like, I'm going to bite your head off. I'm going to bite your tits off. Something. I'm going to F you up. You get that strong vibration from him. Like he is a man who, he doesn't look like somebody you'd like to mess with, I'll put it that way, or cross. But the thing we keep on hearing about is his penis, his desire for sexual pleasures. We're not hearing about how he made his money. We're not hearing about who funded. And we're certainly not hearing too much about all the many fabulous people, because he didn't make those parties for you and me, right? He didn't make those parties for us. You had to be already up in the chips. You had to already have plenty of money to go to Diddy's party, one of Diddy's parties, unless you wanted to pick up the garbage. Even then, you still had to either had one of these made out of something. You see what this is, right? Or this was Diddy himself. However, not to disgrace or not to this beautiful piece of metal, of gem, of stone. The point is, we do know that Diddy knew everybody, the Obamas, he knew the European royalty, he knew the actors and actresses, he knew Trump, he knew Epstein, he knew they were all connected. And he is convicted. So far, the trial is going very slush and like, hoo. It's all about domestic. And the list, very careful, because the list, if revealed, could make more of a bomb than blowing up Moscow in terms of the internal damage of the United States profits of their products, of which his hands in heavy. How come it is in this country everything is about penis? Why is everything about penis and only penis? We only can get so far because this is the way we work. That's we work with our dinglings, right? And then, okay, so Cassie, his former girlfriend's up there going, boo-hoo. And I feel sorry for her that she had to go through that, mind you. But at the same time, isn't there more to the case? More women, more people, more men involved in this deluge of deception and decadence? And what do you mean? These rich people, famous people went to these parties and just left while a couple of people act like, bulls in heat, cows in, cats in heat or whatever. They mounted the females and that was it. Hello, how are you? What do you think? Funny. You think that this is just like, how is this doing? Right, Steve? How is this? Are we just being turned around? Well, we do know that this trial is nothing more than a show trial of destruction to cover for the political scenes that are happening, to cover. It's just so, don't talk about what's going on. Don't talk about the pause in wars just to gain, what is peace? Is this, peace. peace talks. And we're going to agree to have a 72 hours or whatever. A limited time with no bombs or drones are going to be escalated. Hello, how are you? But let me see, but they're just using it to like get more weapons on each side. Full said, how are you? What do you think of this? I mean, it's a distraction, isn't it? So we're supposed to be here. Mindfully, a few articles are going up that like, oh, the weapons are going here, the weapons are going there, and so is breaching this. And in the meantime, Trump got that $400 million plane, palace in the sky. And we're hearing about penis of Diddy. Diddy's penis. I mean, all right, he's a man. I reckon he's male. He's male. He has a penis. Okay, enough of it. Who was there and what did they do and for what were the circumstances? How long are you going to be talking about how much is going to come out? And then you have to think of Virginia Jury, who we died, right? She lived it up for a few years. Is this going to be the same thing with Cassie, his girlfriend? Hello. Fulson, you have so much to say. Well, what do you think about this Diddy crap, this distraction? I mean, let's just say he gets convicted. And maybe he's already has a deal because he's not stupid. He's just filthy. But he's not stupid. I mean, he's stupid enough to play with his dick in front of everybody's face and, and then like masturbation party, sex parties. And that, but those people knew that he does that type of stuff. Everybody knows what kind of party the scene is. I mean, you could just tell bumps and grinds and off-come the clothes, and if that's your thing. I find that personally, puke-worthy, but that's just me. Now, we're dealing in bored people. Now, bored people who need to protect something, people that would make trade-offs, right? Trade-offs. Now, okay, so Diddy's going through this public humiliation. Do you think if he gets convicted of what, domestic violence so far, of having like a few people on their fours and sticking their body parts together, what is that going to do? What is that honestly going to do? Or if they go let it drag on, it depends upon the war effort, doesn't it? It depends if there's more of a war going and we need more of a distraction. And of course, everybody knows the list of who was in the party and who did what to what is all over the world, right? It's all over the world. Now, if Diddy gets convicted, all right? If he gets convicted, will Donald Trump, since they know each other, and he wants to keep loose lips, sink ships, whatever that phrase is. I'm not good with stuff like that. So let's see. I'm going to ask the spirits, will Donald Trump pardon Diddy if he gets convicted? Could it be any more worse than Hunter Biden and what he did? Maybe so. Who knows? Because these are little private matters. The real dirt. Which one of these? This one is more. All right, let's start opening this up. Will Donald Trump pardon P. Diddy if he does get convicted? The first card we get is the Queen of Pentacles. That is certainly something worth thinking about, isn't it? It's like an act. It is an act. It is an act. The Queen of Pentacles. We can already say that this involves a lot of potential income and loss of income. That's very much money. The next card we get is the Page of Swords. Maybe even the idea is being floated around to condition the public to when that happens. We can't let him. They didn't kill him in the jail. They didn't. He hasn't taken the harikari or harikari, whatever that Japanese sacrifice pilots were called. Harikari? What's it called? Huh. Well, yes, he's in jail, but wait, that could be his hideout. We know that Diddy's not good, but this is the point. His tentacles, his his organization, his racketeering. How far? How wide? It goes pretty far. It covers a lot of the earth, doesn't it? It covers a lot of earth, a lot of sky, earth, and money. Oh, unity. Times like this, the group has to stick together. We're all for one and one for all. That could be Diddy's motto. I go down, you go down. I go down, you pop me for something, you go down too. So far, we can see that a pardon, Queen of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords, the ideas floated around. You can't let this man take us all down. Unity card, all us party goers, we rock, we rule. We have our underground bunkers. We're ready for the end times, the apocalypse. Hey, if we go down, there won't be anybody decent. Ha ha, big laugh. Anybody with any brains, another ha ha laugh. Around to, educate the ones that aren't dead yet from the big apocalypse events that we're steering up in the South, in Asia, in the Middle East, in Eastern Europe, Western Europe, everywhere. And then here we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of, we have a lot of receiving energy, a lot of states, fire and money. Fire and money. That sounds like it could all go down the tubes if he doesn't make a pardon and sticking together. And we do know that Trump is like, I got a big, beautiful deal for you. Big, beautiful deal. Everything is beautiful and big, wonderful, big. And of course, the level. It looks like you're highly suspicious right now that this could very well be a thing. Very well be a thing that we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. That's a hot, heavy, intense combination. And then we have this unity card. Us, all the rich party goers. Justice in the United States. And the message is, don't let this man get convicted. Don't let this man get convicted. And so they're picking and choosing who is going to go down and who will not go down. And this unity card, well, I'm going to talk if I go down. Jail? Jail could just be his hideout. Could just be his hideout. Full sense. It could just be his place to be right now. It's just he's being the scapegoat. And maybe Ye West could be thrown in the boot. He's like pretty rankish. He gets a lot of like negative press. There's lots of kinky. It's hard to watch like the old movies, the old, 1940s, knowing that they were like dancing and flancing and running around, putting bombs on people, the Second World War, so much hardship. People were like having a real hard time on the planet. And even the old movies with like, yes and ma'am and as maids and stuff like that. And it's just endless. It's endless. And now we see like a rawness. Before you had to wait till they were dead to find out how much they were, what they did. I'll put it that way, what they did. Now we look at them and we say, all right, this person did this, that, and this, and that, and blah, blah, blah. But now we don't have to wait till after they're dead. Now we're looking at them in 3D living color. We're like a little savvy. we're savvy to like what we're watching. So the idea of Trump pardoning Diddy is not out of the question. There's a big call for this because if Diddy really had his mouth open with some dialogue, that is, do you imagine what he could rat out? I mean, they did have his mansions taken down and investigated, right? There's some heavy stuff going on here. And we're just being glossed over with some, sex acts between, over the years and throwing around and acting like a damn disgusting fool because that's what he is. But he knew how to draw his club together of likewise people. Now, would you go to a party to a person like that to go see something like that? Would you buy? I think we'd rather like chains clean out hamster wheels or something, right? I think so. Just for the moral degradation and the filth and the nastiness. So I would say there's a good chance. I would say the spirit says within me that there's a good chance that we'll have their little show trial. And then Diddy could walk because he has files. He has too much info. Are they going to kill him off? I don't know at this point. But at this point, he'll walk. All right, let's cleanse the air after that sordid title of like where our everything is at. The cleansing of love and peace and harmony and the elimination of the sordid, trashy directions. Okay? Until the next time.